Okay, welcome to the Mega Body. We're going to start off right here with these very important structures in the mouth. And these are the teeth. There are four kinds of teeth in your mouth. The front four teeth are the incisors, and then the next two on either side are the canines. Those teeth are really sharp and they're used to chew or to rip and tear your food up into smaller pieces. And further back, you have the premolars and the molars. And those are flatter, broader teeth, and they're used to chew your food. Okay? And inside your mouth, you also have a strong muscular organ called the tongue. The tongue helps you chew your food a little bit, but it also is covered with these tiny bumps called taste buds. And those taste buds are connected into your nervous system, and they allow you to sense the tastes of different foods. On the outside of the body, outside the mouth, we have the skin. The skin is part of the integumentary system, and it has some really important functions in that it helps produce vitamin D for your body. It helps protect your body from viruses and bacteria and diseases. It also helps waterproof your body and keep everything inside your body that's supposed to be inside, and keeps everything outside your body that's supposed to be outside the body. Okay, so let's go on inside the mouth here. As we go through the mouth, we're going to come up to the next part of the body. This is in the back of the head. So we go a little bit further up in the head, and we have this really important organ, probably the most important organ in the body, and that is the brain. The brain is part of the nervous system, and it's made up of billions of tiny neurons or nerve cells, and it can be divided into two halves, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain. One of the really cool things about the hemispheres of the brain is the right side of the brain actually controls the left side of your body. The left side of the brain here controls the right side of your body. And so the brain is part of the nervous system, and it's connected to every other organ that you're going to see here in the Mega Body, every organ in your body, and it controls them and keeps them healthy and strong and allows them to function appropriately. So I think that's where we go. You may talk about being left brain versus right brain as well. Okay, if you've ever heard of someone being right-brained, it means the right hemisphere of their brain actually has some slightly different functions. If it's stronger, it will make you more creative. Okay, you might be left-handed, more likely left-handed. You're into arts and imagination and creativity. The left side of your brain controls your reasoning functions, your abilities in language, logic, science, and math. Okay, so someone who is left-brained would be described as someone who is maybe really into science and math and likes numbers. Someone who is right-brained enjoys arts and being creative and so on. Okay? So the brain is part of the nervous system, not the digestive system like the mouth is. So we're going to leave the nervous system now, and we're going to continue on with the digestive system. So going for the mouth, after you've chewed up your food goes through this narrow tube down your neck and into your chest called the esophagus. The esophagus is lined with these smooth muscles that help push the food down into your stomach, even if you're hanging upside down. That's why you can swallow when you're hanging upside down, because you have muscles pushing your food down to your stomach. This is your stomach. Your stomach is a very important organ in the digestive system. It functions to mechanically digest your food, as the muscles on the outside of the stomach squish and squeeze your food. It also has some chemicals in it that help break down the food, especially proteins, into smaller pieces. Once your food has been digested even more in the stomach, it becomes this liquid substance called chyme. And then it goes through here into this long, skinny tube called the small intestine. Now, just before it enters the small intestine, or as it's entering the small intestine, this organ right here, which is called the pancreas, squirts these chemicals, mixes them with the food, which helps break down the food into even smaller pieces. The pancreas is a very important organ because not only does it help you break down your food and digest your food, but it also produces an enzyme or a hormone called insulin. Insulin is a hormone that allows your body to take the sugar and the food from your blood and take it into the cells. And when your pancreas isn't working properly, you develop a disease called diabetes. So diabetes occurs when you don't have enough insulin, and so you have higher levels of blood sugar, which can cause a lot of other medical issues. Well, once that food gets into the small intestine, it gets absorbed into the rest of your body and into the blood, and then the leftover food goes through the large intestine and out the anus at the end of the digestive system. So So that's, your food starts all the way up in the mouth, goes through the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestines, and then finally out of the other. Okay, that's your digestive system. So now if we come back up here, also connected up through the mouth, through a different tube called the trachea, are these two organs, which are your lungs. Your lungs are part of the respiratory system. And inside your lungs, you have these tiny little air sacs called alveoli, which are surrounded by blood vessels called capillaries. And in those tiny air sacs, you get oxygen coming from the air you breathe in through your mouth. And those oxygen molecules go into the blood, and then carbon dioxide leaves the blood and goes into your lungs, so that when you breathe out carbon dioxide, and when you breathe in oxygen. And this respiratory system helps you stay alive by helping you get enough oxygen for your cells. Another organ system, the next organ system is the circulatory system or cardiovascular system, and the heart is the main organ in that organ system. Your heart is a strong muscle located up here in your chest, and has 4 hollow chambers inside of it. And those chambers fill with blood, and as the heart squeezes or contracts, it pumps that blood through your arteries and veins to all these other organs, carrying oxygen and blood to all the organs to help you stay alive. Now if you see right up here down the middle of the back, and then spreading out through the sides, we have bones. Those are part of your skeletal system. The backbone here are vertebrae, and then the ribs help to protect all these really important organs inside your chest cavity. And one of those important organs is the liver. The liver is part of the digestive system, which we talked about earlier, because it helps produce a substance called bile, which helps break down the fats in your food. But it's also part of the last organ system we're going to talk about, which is the excretory system. So the liver helps filter waste from the blood. Anytime you take medicine, or if there's ever any sort of drugs in your system, your liver will help filter those chemicals out of your blood so that it doesn't damage the rest of your body. And the liver works together with these 2 bean-shaped organs called the kidneys to filter the waste from your blood and mix it with water, and it forms urine, which will then be exited from your body. Okay? So the liver and the kidneys are part of the excretory system. That's it.